everything that I've been through really helped me realize how much my community is there for me and how much I've impacted them especially this last 6 months. It's been amazing. My stream team unfortunately has kind of taken like a dive lately because I haven't really been present as much as I would have liked. But it really opened my eyes to who is actually there. Like there's so many people who still come around and they check on everyone and make sure we're all doing okay. And even if it's only for like 2 minutes, I'm so like thankful for people coming and saying hello. Like, sometimes we can't get away. Life is a bit chaotic and I just I don't think I could have really gotten through without a lot of my community the last 6 months especially.
Yeah,
like I am eternally grateful to them. Yes.
We have two ladies in here and they're waiting. Thank you so much. You didn't realize? How you doing? Lady Kerberos in here. ScribbleNinja, thank you. Amazing to have you back here. We already had a few talks, so it's not new to me, but maybe you guys in the audience don't know these loving ladies here who are both streamers and content creators. Welcome.
You guys.
Hi.
Are you so
Lady
shy?
K?
What's going on? What's going on?
It's good to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they need a drink.
I definitely can
Just
use
kidding.
one.
You could use one.
Yeah.
So I gotta give you all a little background on both of these two. Lady Kerberos, I think one of the most fun streams I ever joined. Every time her stream is on, I'm popping in to say hi. She's always laughing. She's always got a smile on her face. She loves her community, and it's always just a blast hanging out with her, no matter the potato aim, right?
No matter.
And then, of course, ScribbleNinja, somebody who I was supposed to spend 5 to 10 minutes talking with last night before dinner, ended up being an hour and 10-minute conversation.
Yes.
So we talked for hours. It was really a pleasure to talk to you last night and get to know you a little bit. We went through many similar things. And it was nice to connect to you on that. But I mean, let's start it off here. Lady K, how was 2021 to you?
I think it was better than 2020.
Does it all just combine at this point?
2020. It was good. Building a community and having like a bunch of people come in and meeting so many people from all over the world is really nice, and I'm very grateful for that. And it's nice putting in the really hard work to actually make a community that we're like a family. So, and I'm looking forward to that to this year, 2022. So I'm excited about that.
And we're going to continue to grow that. And notice we've had two guests, and two guests have harped on their community already, and we're not even a couple minutes into the second group. You'll notice community is everything. You guys are everything. Every single one of you watching out there, this is why we do it. And, this is the group we're putting together. The guests we bring you, they're there for you. So I know Scribble has been around how many years now?
14 years on December 31st.
And is that before Twitch was even Twitch, or?
Yeah. It used to be called Justin TV, and it was
Just in TV.
Yeah, Justin TV. Yeah. It used to be a multi-platform type thing. Like people would do mostly like live streams, and the way I actually got introduced to it was I forgot his name, the cowboy in New York. And he sings and he dances. Yes.
The naked cowboy in Times Square that I've seen 500,000 times. Yeah, that guy makes a killing.
Yeah. He was originally the one who got me onto the platform. And then I started meeting all kinds of amazing people. and I saw that people were broadcasting games, and I love playing video games. So I just jumped right into it, and I started building a community, and it just went from there. It took off.
That's pretty cool. And how was 2021 to you? I know you had a little rough year.
Yeah, I've had a very rough journey this last year. Got out of a toxic relationship. I finished a court hearing for a car accident that happened right before COVID hit. It was going to be 2 years on January 7th that it took to get this case settled.
Oh, wow.
I lost very close friends of mine, and sorry.
Don't worry.
I lost my dog to blood cancer on December 10th. So this year's just been, or last year was a bit emotional and chaotic, to say the least.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Scrabble. And I'm especially sorry because we had our podcast, I think, over a year ago, and
Yeah.
it was basically there already was a car accident happening for you, so much trouble. And it's you have to understand, guys, here in chat, it was not just a car accident. You had to learn how to speak again, right?
Yeah, it was awful. I basically, my speech was so jumbled after the car accident. I had such a bad concussion. I wasn't making any sense to anybody. It was awful. I've basically had to relearn how to do a lot of things in the last 2 years. My gaming definitely took a huge hit. I used to be really good at FPS, and I got really bad after the car accident. I just that hand-eye coordination was gone, and I had to rebuild it. But it's also made me, I'm going to bring up the word again, grateful for so much. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I didn't die that day. I'm grateful that my daughter was not in the car with me. I'm so thankful that I am here and I get to continue to build amazing friendships with everybody and see everyone every day.
It gave you a new perspective on life, I'm sure.
Yes, for sure.
Sometimes, unfortunately, sometimes it happens to where you go through an incident like that or anything similar to it, and as unfortunate as it may be, you seem to have came out all right, and
yes.
hopefully into 2022 we continue moving forward and positive growth and positive energy, and I know we'll be here to support you along the way.
Do you still journal?
I have been journaling, not as much the last 6 months, I would say. I've been mostly focusing more so on, I guess, just growing spiritually. I'm not a very religious person, but I do believe in spiritual well-being and focusing on your happiness and how you are as a person, your soul, basically. And
do you have a routine for that now?
I do daily affirmations for myself. Just something that I'm focusing on, being more positive about myself and how much I've gone through and how much I've survived and pushed through and fought for to be where I am today. And just, continuing that and telling myself it's okay to have my downs, because I feel like more and more, especially the last 6 months, my positive experiences have started to outweigh my negative. And so it's really changed my outlook on a lot of things.
Yeah, life is a roller coaster.
Yes.
You have highs, you have lows, and practicing gratefulness, especially during your low period, kind of keeps that ship steady, the ship upright, and and then when you get to those upswings, like I'd say you're going through now, you can be even more appreciative and more grateful for it along the way.
Yes.
And Lady K.
I just have a question for both of them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we all go through that on one point when we're really down in a really bad state. Um, what is something that keeps you sane, like keeps you above water, keeps you going? Is there anything for you both where you have this? I don't know. What comes to your mind when I say that? You do a beard. What keeps you sane? I'm interested.
Um, go, go for it. Are you gonna say something first, Beard?
I mean, I can go. What keeps me sane? Um, God, to be honest with you, what keeps me sane? You know, work. Whenever I get down on myself, and I'm depressed myself, I always look to uplift others or take positive, positive views from other people and insert them in my life. I always find helping out somebody else makes me feel a little bit happier. And that's usually how I build myself back up when I'm in those states. And I always find, giving back is the best way to make me personally feel good about myself. And luckily, there's that two-pronged effect. I'm helping somebody else out as well. But yeah, keeping me sane, it's, when I do get in my head, it's, get out of it and get to work and, focus on helping and giving back in some way, shape, or form. And then before you know it, a week's gone by and we've put a lot of effort into something and, I've forgotten all about my depressed state. How about you, Scribs?
Honestly, it sounds kind of like cheesy, but my daughter, I live my life for myself, but a lot of everything that I do is for my daughter. Like, I want her to see that despite everything I've been through, I'm still working hard at school. I'm still accomplishing my goals and dreams that I want and striving to give us the best chance at a really happy life that I can. And I've already seen it pay off in her personality, especially. Like, something happens, she's just kind of rolls with it. She doesn't really get very upset. And whenever I'm feeling really down on myself and I feel like I want to give up or just kind of that burnout starts to come in with college, I just look at her and I'm like, I have the time to focus on, yes, I need a moment, but I also want to push through and keep fighting and get done with my goals and like achieve them and celebrate with her.
Mm-hmm. And what keeps you sane, Lady Kerb?
Well, I'm a pretty religious person, so first off, I'll say that. And then second is I always have in back of my mind that there's other situations or human beings that are in a worse situation than my life. So you always have to remember that you got to think of other people's life as well and not put yourself down, that you're in the bottom but you're really not. And I really like what you said, Trusted, about giving to people and giving back, because it's not only giving something like an object to someone, but like El Jari is saying, like people will come into your streams, watch you, and make their day better because they had a crappy day, and you come in and you're just smiling and talking and having conversation with them, and you're showing that you actually care and we're a family, and that makes him feel wanted. And it just makes his day so much better. Mm-hmm. So I'm always trying to be that positive person, even though sometimes I might seem all happy and smiley. You never know how my day was. But I'm always trying to think positive and smile and get through life, because we're here for a reason. I always say everything happens for a reason. So, yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I think we struggle with as content creators, is always putting on that positive face, even though we may be struggling inside or we may be depressed and down inside. It's important for us to, as we want to give back, we're the face of it. So to give back to our community, and, it's okay. Like I always say, it's okay to screw me over. I don't care, just don't screw my members over, because the members are who I care about, and I'll be fine. But I want to make sure everybody else is fine too. And, it's just about giving back to me. Always giving back as much as I can. Now, Lady Kerb, you live in Greece, right?
Yes.
And how is that adjustment now that you've been in Greece for so long as opposed to living in the States? Is that an adjustment for you? How has that impacted your life? And, how is it?
Well, when I first moved here, which was 2005, right after I graduated high school, it was such a struggle. Even though I came to Greece every summer, but it's a totally different thing coming for like 2-3 months than actually living here. People here are so different than the people in the States. They have a different personality, a different way of putting perspective into things. And I struggled a lot into that transition going from the States to here. I don't regret it at all, though. Even though I would probably be making more money in the States with my job, I wanted more something that I could have a free life. So coming to Greece, doing the job that I love, which is cooking, and seeing it as a vacation because I could travel every island that I want every summer for, seasonal work. I would rather do that, live with something less than be kind of robotic and live in the States.
That's why I moved out of New York. Maybe I couldn't get myself to another country, but yeah, I got out of New York for the same reason. It's just much more laid back lifestyle over here.
Other people in Greek are more grateful for less than America?
I think so, yeah, because like most people here in Greece have their own houses and they have their own backyard where they can like plant their own vegetables, fruits, blah, blah, blah. You have beautiful sun. You have a historical country that just goes back like, 2,000, 3,000 years. It's a beautiful country. It's system that's really, really bad. Really bad.
Okay. What are you most grateful for in 2021 so far? All of you. Both of you.
I'm grateful for being alive because I wake up every day saying that I'm grateful that I'm here. I have my health. I'm alive. I'm grateful for like I said, the amazing people that I have met through Twitch, through Battlefield. It got me through a really dark place because when I lost my father 5 years ago, I was going through a depression because we had such a close bond, and seeing him suffer and then passing away, it was really difficult for me. And my life just turned around 180 degrees. So starting streaming on Twitch actually helped me with my depression. It just meant I'm sorry.
No, you're okay.
And hold on.
Just drink something.
Water.
Yeah. No worries. We need a commercial break. We are back.
And then I got married in August. Finally.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And yeah, I mean, there's always ups and downs. I lost both of my grandparents last year, and 2 months apart. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? And yeah, so I'm grateful for that in 2021, and I just recently got sponsored.
Oh, hey ho.
That's awesome.
By who?
By Grinder Gamer Grind Coffee.
Nice.
And I'm very excited.
Congratulations.
I thought you were going to say grinder there for a second, which is the KD.
What?
I think it might be an American thing. Grindr's a dating app, I think, for
American app, yeah.
LGBTQ.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Oh, that's funny.
There we go.
Maybe we could
That
get
was funny.
sponsored by both now. You're not single though, so no.
Nope. Whoops. Yeah, it's great, and I am looking forward to more stuff in the future. So
Good. And Scribble, how
The
about you?
female spoke lady for grind. Oh, that was
What was the
good.
question we asked? I forgot the question even.
What are you most grateful for in 2021?
2021?
Oh my gosh. Honestly, everything that I've been through really helped me realize how much my community is there for me and how much I've impacted them especially this last 6 months. It's been amazing. You know, my stream team unfortunately has kind of taken like a dive lately because I haven't really been present as much as I would have liked. But it really opened my eyes to who is actually there. Like there's so many people who still come around and they check on everyone and make sure we're all doing okay. And even if it's only for like 2 minutes, I'm so like thankful for people coming and saying hello. Like, you know, sometimes we can't get away. You know, life is a bit chaotic, and I don't think I could have really gotten through without a lot of my community the last 6 months, especially.
Yeah,
Like I am eternally grateful to them. Yes.
And notice again, just chat community. I mean, I can't speak for these people, but I can only tell you how my community affected me. And it has been the most uplifting. It's immeasurable the way they have impacted me and shaped me and changed me. And again, like none of us would be here without you guys there. And you guys have no idea the support you give us along the way as we sit here and try and support you. Just know, as Mindset by Dave always says, you know, you're loved. And we love each one of you guys out there. But community is everything, and it's gotten through us all through hard, tough times. Whether it's Lady K here with losing, you know, her father, the move to Greece, and COVID, and all that's going on with her, and Scribble, everything you've been through. You know, it's you guys that get us through all this, and I just, you know, me again, I'm grateful for the community. So.
We have a really weird question prepared for you guys, and I would like to try that now with you. If you see yourself in 1 year, 2022, what will you be grateful for what you have lived through 2022? Where do you see yourself in 1 year? What can you be grateful for? What will you do next year?
I really want to start giving back to my community again. Honestly, I had so much fun being able to do that for such a long time, and then this long lapse of being able to do that for people kind of maybe feel a little low, I guess. But I want to do that, and also like personal, I guess, like in the next year, I have been working so hard trying to get a job at like NASA or Sandia Labs, or like a government job. And I kid you not, I cried for like 2 days when I applied to NASA because I never ever thought I would be applying to NASA. And I just hope that
Nice.
I can still continue to stream and build my community if I am fortunate enough to get that position. And Like, honestly, that would just make my entire year. I'd be so happy if I could actually do that in 2022. Like, my year would just be made, you know?
Group
And
cross
so,
fingers.
yes.
Group cross. Everyone, cross fingers now here in chat. I want to see all the thumbs. I want to see all the thumbs. Thank you. All right, guys. All the questions, by the way, they're also for the chat. I don't know what's going on here. I feel like everyone has still hangover from New Year or something. So really, I mean, this is a working exercise here, and let's go all through this together. Well, what do you think you guys will reach in 1 year, till in 1 year? So, I really like that. Don't ever give up, Squirrel. You will get there. And you know how it is with applications like these. Sometimes we need to do it once or twice, but the point is never quit. You may stop for a sec, but you never quit. Just
What do
go.
you expect of yourself, Kerb, for 2022?
Well, whatever I'm saying now, I don't think it'll be any different come next year, because I'm a real true person, and I don't think so that I would change. The thing that I would like to do, something that has to do with my job, and I was talking with chat with this the last couple of days. Try to do more cooking streams, and not only have myself as a gamer, but put myself out there as the chef, but through Twitch. Because it's hard to find a job now with the whole pandemic, and with this going on, and I'm diabetic, and I don't want to put myself out there working and being surrounded by a lot of people and a lot of things. So I would rather sit at home and cook for you guys. So I told myself that I'm going to do it for once a month. We'll start it off with once a month, and if it does get better, I will do it more frequently. And I think it would be good to branch out and do that. So,
All right,
it'll
Curb,
be
here's the
fun.
deal. If you want to do ever a core cooking stream, I join you. Learning from the best. You know, this is what you have to do, guys. You have to learn from the best. You have
Well,
to
I
sink
missed the
your
last cooking stream.
I did it like
unfortunately.
what was it,
I didn't even know
two
you
weeks
did
ago?
one.
Yeah, it was a
Really?
few weeks ago. I missed it. I was
Yeah.
so
I
angry.
missed it too.
Yeah,
I would love to
I
see
had
that.
fun.
Yeah, I love those streams. Actually, I
Cabbage.
think it's so interesting. You can talk so much. It's so different from playing games, right? Well, by the way, different. Is there anything that comes to your mind, guys, that you never did on stream but you always wanted to do?
Honestly, I don't think so. I've kind of dabbled in like so many different things over the years.
Well, then I have another question for you, Squibble. What's the thing that was most exciting for you so far from all the things you did so far? What are the
Um,
ones you're most grateful for, basically?
oh my gosh, I honestly miss painting and doing art with everyone. That was just a totally different vibe. Like, people would come in and it would just be almost like, just chatting stream. Everyone would talk a lot and have fun. But it
Mm-hmm.
was just really interesting how different the dynamic of the conversations would go compared to like when we're gaming and just having fun with that. Like, it's just so different to, like, people come in and they'd be like, oh, this looks like that. And you're like, oh, I didn't even think of that. Or, they'd be like, oh, I really like your color choice. Or, just so many different viewpoints and perspectives on art and just hearing about all of it. And I don't know, it was really fun. I don't know, I had a lot of fun with that.
Mm-hmm. Do it again. I'll come watch.
I probably should.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, we
I
should all
kinda
incorporate
lost it for
something
a while.
else, I think, into our streams rather than just gaming, I mean, it's definitely like a better way to connect, especially when we do FPS games, and we'll get to Foybles later, but with FPS games, we're so immersed in, the action. You have to stay focused all the time. You really don't have much time to communicate with your chat. But with your cooking stream, Lady, and script with your painting, I mean, that's just another way to connect with your chat, a little bit more relaxed atmosphere, and you kind of get to know people a little bit better too in those kind of settings.
And they get to know you better as well.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's always important too. That human side of things. I mean, it's partially why we do this, is just to learn who you are as a human being, rather than just that robot up there that's always get the kills and whatever else you're gonna do up there. So
Right. That's very interesting. I love that. How much time do we have left? I feel like we are already running out of time already here.
12 minutes left.
Oh, good. All right. That's perfect. Chat, also you guys, if you have any questions about anything at all, just bring in the chat for the ladies here. We always like to pick up the questions from chat as well. Just let us know whenever anything is on your mind. Also, what about the giveaway we do at the very end, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I would say last time, we put it in the chat the link to enter the giveaway. Right now you can have what kind of camera is it? Tell me the model again. Model.
Follow me, Cameron. The old C920 S Pro HD webcam by Logitech. Get all your video viewing needs right here. Yeah. I'm giving away US only. I'm sorry.
US only. This one we have we have a few other giveaways
Pardon me.
coming your way, guys, later in the stream.
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely need to do more recordings with that voice of yours.
Pardon me. I
Pardon
can talk
me.
like this for the rest of the show if y'all want.
I would love that.
All right.
Do we love that, chat? Do we want that?
No.
No.
He's like, please no.
Too late. Please don't be.
Please no beer. I left Texas for a reason. Definitely. Any other things you guys have been grateful for here this year? Anything that stands out? Any people you want to talk about that deserve or worth mentioning here?
Honestly, there's so many people I can list off. Oh my gosh. Honestly, again, going back to the whole kind of helping me out through this last year would definitely be like my friend Charles, being able to talk with him about things that are going on, and just, especially with me like leaving my toxic relationship, being able to go to my friends and like my community going, am I second guessing what the situation was, or am I seeing this with clarity? And having that support and the kindness behind it of being like, no, this is clearly what is happening. And I guess we haven't really talked about is like the gentleness of everybody as a community and how we treat each other like family, and we're just so like compassionate with one another and kind. And I've definitely Charles, Heather, like basically everybody in my community has been so helpful and so thankful. And honestly, like Mizzi's been checking on me, and I've like appreciated that so much. Being able to talk to her and kind of vent a little bit about what's going on really helped.
Yeah, my community.
You're very welcome, lady.
I will be
Always.
inviting many of my community members to my wedding, if and when I ever get married. But they have impacted me that much, and to the point where they have become and are my best friends, and the people I look to and want to be around and want to be with, even if it's just on a headset and I don't even get to see their face. They've meant the most to me over these past three plus years. And I couldn't be more grateful for them. Lady K, anybody specific you want to shout out and mention and say you're grateful for?
I'll say I'm grateful for my husband because he put how can I say this? All the BS that I was going through, like after my dad, he put up with me. And he helped me a lot with all these situations. And then again, meeting all of you. And I'm even more grateful for even meeting gamers we care. It's a really amazing to be part of. I don't have anyone, like I'm not, this is gonna sound really bad, but I'm not really close with my family members. So like my community and people here are more family to me than my actual family.
I can relate 100%. And that's why when things go wrong or bad things happen within the community, we take it to heart so much, and it affects us so much. I saw the way Scribble, you choked up talking about your team and the issues, and whatever team that may be, even if, part of that team, I know you were close with your father and maybe not the rest, but when you lose a member of your team, it affects us greatly. And sometimes you just don't, the person who leaves, they don't recognize how much, they mean to us along the way. And it's sad.
It's very, it's sad, but it's also, I really loved what you said about like, you're going through something and something is there that lifts you up. And then you recognize how many good things actually happened at the same time or with that time, right? And then there comes this moment of I'm grateful for it. Happens basically automatically. You don't even have to think about it if you're open to reflect on situations, right?
Yes.
Is there anything what comes to your mind in point of gaming where you say you're so grateful for that you started this career of streaming or content creation or just game in general, where you have met people you're the most grateful for? Maybe even people that come to your mind or situations you can tell us about? Something unique, a story, somebody you met, something that happened?
Honestly, the most toxic game pretty much out of a lot is Call of Duty. I have met a lot of my really close now friends from gaming on that platform. And it's crazy to think about now because, you do run into so many toxic players when you play that game, especially back in like Modern Warfare 2 days. Oh my gosh. Like say one word in there and everybody would just start yelling at everybody and it was just chaos. But I've made so many awesome friendships, and I feel like video games for a lot of people are like therapy almost in a way. I know so many of my friends will get on and they're like, I'm having such a bad day. Can you get on with me? Like, are you free to play? I need someone to talk to, or I just want a game. And I'm like, yeah, of course I'll get on. I could get on in half an hour or an hour and I'll get on and I'll play with them. And, by the time we're all done gaming, by the end of the night, that person's just happy and just having a great time. And I think that's what's truly unique about gaming in general too. It's just such a different, I guess, like vibe. It's so misunderstood. You can have so many friends that you've never met in person and still have the same bonding relationship as you do with people that you've met in person or like family members and still have that closeness. And I just find it beautiful that we can all rely on one another like that and just vibe and be so happy for one another.
What I think that makes it even more special is the fact that we don't make any prejudgments. The only thing you have to judge off of that person is their voice and what they have to say. It's not what they look like. It's not whether they're tall or fat or skinny or Muslim or Christian. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. It's the words that come out of your mouth. And like you said, Call of Duty might be toxic as hell, but there's needles in that haystack. And there's plenty of needles in that haystack. It just takes a little work to find the needles. And, we're the needles here. Each one of you, each guest, every person in this chat, we're the needles. And we just have to find each other and come together as one. And we can change things. And, again, brings us back to why Gamers We Care was created. But it takes each one of us to love and give back, just like you two have been doing and continue to do. How about you, lady? Any?
Well, I started off with Battlefield 2 with my dad, and I only play Battlefield. So, I mean, I tried a little like Call of Duty. I don't really like those kind of games. I gotta say, I've met some really amazing people, not only through like streaming wise, even before I started streaming, like the amount of really amazing people that I've met through Battlefield. Because gaming doesn't always have to mean toxicity or people being toxic. You can bring really amazing people into a game and just get together and game like you've known each other for years and just chill and relax and forget about real life,
It's an escape.
And I don't know. I love gaming. I love Battlefield, and I love that I have an amazing community that whoever wants to join me can join. We can play all together and just hang out. And
Yeah, that was the one great thing about Battlefield, right? Was that there was never a limit on how many people could join. It was endless. Unless you got 32 people. Like for Battlefield 5s. I mean, you need 64 people to fill a lobby now. If we can ever get everybody into one lobby in Battlefield 2042. But the idea behind it, and that was it. Like, nobody was ever left out. Everybody was always included. Warzone, you're stuck with 4, and 3 in Apex. So yeah, it's something I loved about Battlefield. It was the ultimate, team building, friendship building game. Everybody had a role. Didn't matter how good you were, and it didn't matter where you're from or anything. So. It almost combined perfectly into, community, running a community. Everybody included.
Right. So I need to ask a gamer question for the end. What games are you looking forward to in general 2022? I know Battlefield is right now a tough grind for you, and you will keep grinding at Kerberos. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We are looking forward to maybe the one or the other small other game or big other game. What are you looking forward to in 2022? Both of you.
Any games? I don't even know.
I'm honestly looking forward to the new Harry Potter game coming out because I really enjoy it.
Why are you holding back? I don't get why she's holding back. Why is she holding back? I like that. That's great. When is it coming out?
I can't remember the exact release date. I had to double check again.
Is it an RPG?
So it's like the old Harry Potter game, but it's more open world. So there's a lot more to it. So it's supposed to be kind of like a open world Grand Theft Auto type thing, but Harry Potter without all the crazy violence. So it's gonna be really
that's
fun.
Cool. So you'll be able to fly on your broom and stuff around.
RPG-ish. I like it.
Yes.
God of War is coming out. What's Elden Ring? Somebody gonna have to explain this.
I'm actually looking forward to God of War on PC because I really want to play that game. And there's so many good games exclusive on PlayStation that I wish that were on PC.